Let's learn about what is Power BI. So now, in order to understand Power BI, we need to understand a very simple concept called as what is business intelligence. So business intelligence is used by most of the companies. For example, you are running a small superstore. Yes, you need to start with BI. Or you are trying to go with a hospital. You need to start with BI. So now you are planning to go with a marketing agency. You want a business intelligence. You are running sales. You want business intelligence. You want your finance. There you need to have a business intelligence. So whatever you do, so you need to have a business intelligence. So what exactly meant by business intelligence is, now business intelligence refers to the process, technology and tools that help organizations to collect the data, to analyze the data and present data to support business decisions. For example, now I want to make a decision. So which product I want to bring in as a stock. So you need to have a proper understanding about which product is having more sales, at which locations we are having more sales. For example, I want to hire more salespeople, so I need to know whether are we getting a good ROI with the salespeople or not. So you need to have a business intelligence. Example, now you are trying to use your, for example, screen time in your phone. So screen time going to showcases so how much time you are spending on each particular platform. For example, on social media, how much time you are spending, on messages, how much time you are spending, on WhatsApp, how much time you are spending. Based on that, you can make decisions about your day-to-day life, about where you are wasting your time, where you are not wasting your time. All you are able to understand it with the help of screen time. So screen time is nothing but a part of business intelligence. So business intelligence helping a business to make a proper informed decisions with the help of data. So in order to make informed decisions, what these people are doing, they are following stages like, first they are collecting the data, so into the platforms like SQL or into the platform. So they are first collecting the data, maybe from the website, maybe from the CRM tools, maybe from the sensors, maybe from your smart watches. So they are collecting the data, and all the data we are collecting it from smartwatches or maybe from the sensors or maybe from the website reviews and all that, they may not be clean enough. So they are trying to integrate the data, they are trying to perform ETL, so extracting the data, they are transforming the data, and they want to load the structured data into a platform. We call it as data warehouse. So in order to use this data warehouse, one need to be very good with SQL, structured query language. So that's the reason one is learning SQL. And data collection, data integration, data storage, this ATL is done by a data engineer. So once you are able to perform that, you stored your data in your data warehouse, the structured data, then a data analyst, or we can say Power BI guy, so going to collect the data into data analysis tools. So what are your data analysis tools? It's going to be like Power BI, or I can use Excel, or I can use Tableau, or I can use Looker. Any of this I can use them. I can collect the data into Power BI or Excel or Tableau or Looker, and I can start analyzing the data. And once I analyzed it, I'm able to grab the patterns and all that. So based on the patterns, I'm able to provide a dashboard. For example, my company want to know what are the top sales, or my company want to know the complete sales overview, or my company want to know marketing overview. So based on the problem statement my clients are having, my business people are having, I understand them. Based on that, I create a dashboard. So the dashboard going to solve the problems for the questions they have it. So what exactly a dashboard? Dashboard is solving the problem for the questions of business people or stakeholders. For example, I'm a stakeholder, so I have various questions. So why the sales are low, or why the profits are not happening good, or why there is a very poor sales in this particular location, or why we are spending a lot of marketing money, why we are wasting a lot of money. So I want to understand various problems I have it. So for all those problems, a data analyst going to collect the data from storage, data storage platforms, which we call it as data warehouse. He collect the data from data warehouse, so which going to be like Snowflake, Redshift, Athena and all that. So not Athena, so they try Redshift, especially BigQuery or Snowflake, they try to collect the data from data warehousing platforms. So for that, he need to know SQL, structured query language. He is pulling that into Power BI, Excel, Tableau, Looker, he start analyzing the data, and whatever the things he identified it based on the questions the business people are having, now he present it with a proper storytelling in a dashboards. And that dashboards we are calling it as what reports. This dashboard contains metrics. This dashboard contain KPIs, key performance indicators. Now, why one need to use business intelligence? And simple. So like in order to make a proper informed decisions, for example, you came near me, hey Kant, so what is the best job I want to try? So instead of just making some random statement or some guess, so if I can understand the data, so which particular job, how many jobs got posted, how many people got really hired, how many people got really got promotions, how many people got really got a good salary hikes. So if I just analyze this data and if I make a statement, that is informed decision. So instead of saying, hey, I want to invest in mobile, so instead of just making a guess, I want to invest on mobile, so analyze it and make a decision what business you want to start with. Yes, business intelligence. And identify trends and patterns. So what going to be the growth of BI? So what going to be the growth of Power BI? Or what going to be the growth of SQL? You are analyzing the patterns, you are analyzing the trends. So for the future, so even for that, I want BI. In order to understand the performance of my business, I started my UK branch or I started my US branch, I need to see the performance there. I want to see the monthly performance, I want to see the quarterly performance, daily performance, weekly performance, again yearly performance. In order to get all that performances, yes, BI. And again, to understand the, for example, what is happening in the market, what is not happening in the market, to get a better competitive edge, I want BI. And not only that, for cost reduction. So now if you are able to analyze the data which is happening in the business, I can see what is the waste I'm doing. Hey, we are spending 10 lakh rupee every day, but we are not getting any profits. That is the area to cost cut. Why this marketing is not working? So we hired hundreds of salespeople, but they are not getting a proper returns. That is an area of your cost cutting. Now BI going to help us. That's the reason. So a person who is learning Power BI or a person who is learning Tableau, he is learning a data analysis tool, or I can say a business intelligence tool. The purpose is to grow the business, or the purpose is not just to create a drag and drop related visualizations, but to make or to grow the business, to reduce the cost, to help the company to identify the trends. That is your goal. So if you are learning Power BI just for the sake of drag and drop, that is wrong. So you need to learn Power BI for the sake of identifying the trends. So to help the business to make informed decisions. If you want to really crack a job as a Power BI guy, can you really solve this? Can you really help a company to make informed decisions? Can you really help a company to identify the trends? Can you really help a company for cost reduction? Can you really help a company for performance monitoring? Can you really help a company for competitive advantage? So these are the questions which you need to ask it. It's not about how well you know Power BI. It's more about how well you can solve the business with the help of Power BI. These are the basic fundamental questions you need to ask before you are getting into Power BI. Whether you are using Power BI or whether you use Excel or whether you use Tableau or Looker, these are the questions which you need to do. Now, when it comes to AI integration, people are asking, hey, Power BI is so easy that you can do it with the help of AI, or you can do it with the help of ChatGPT. That's right. So, but think it more logical. Now, ChatGPT need to listen to the business people, and it need to provide answers to their questions. And ChatGPT need to help the company to reduce the cost reduction, or to help it to perform performance monitoring. Is that really possible? If you think the answer is really no. So now ChatGPT or generative AI or the AI can help the data analyst, or it can help the Power BI guy to write a DAX query quick, or to make the task even more quick than taking a very huge amount of time. He can use it for the sake of productivity boost. So now we need to augment AI with Power BI or with data analytic or business intelligence to make your work more quick. So, but without a human, I cannot provide informed decisions. Without a human involvement, I cannot help the company to perform cost reduction. So that's the reason. So BI related roles cannot be automated. You need to have a BI guy. You need to have a Power BI guy in an organization to grow the company, to impact the particular business, to make the informed decision. So we call it as data driven decision making. Now, let me get into the Power BI. So this is our Power BI desktop. There are two platforms in Power BI. One is Power BI desktop. One can download this Power BI desktop. So directly from your Microsoft Store, you can go to Microsoft Store and you can download Power BI desktop, and you are able to find it. Just if you type Power BI, you are able to get it. Once you downloaded it, you can go to Power BI desktop. You can just open. Once you open, you get this kind of interface. Even let me just show it one more time. Let me close it, and you can directly go to, once you download it from Microsoft Store, you can simply click on Power BI desktop. We are able to get this UI. So once you got this UI, this is the UI, the start page, and now you can directly go with you can import the data from Excel or anything, or you can simply click a blank report. If you just click on a blank report, this is the UI, you get it. Now on your right hand side, you have your data pane, where if you are able to import the data, you can see it here. I want to import the data. Let's say I want to import the data from Excel. Let me click on Excel workbook. I'm selecting some data from Excel, click open. And once you're able to select the right data which you wanted, now you want to select the sheet which you want to just create the visualization. So within this Excel workbook, this is the sheet I want to go with. So it's going to give me a preview. See, this is the data you wanted. Yes, this is the data. If you feel, yeah, this is the right data, I feel it, this is what I want to import, I want to analyze it to solve the problems, you can load it. You can start developing the reports. In case no, the data is not good, you want to do some cleaning, you can click on transform data, this button. So you are able to go to Power Query Editor, where you are able to start cleaning your data. Now I want to just load it, click load. Now once you load it, the data going to be loaded into your Power BI desktop. So desktop is a platform where you develop reports, and there is another product called Power BI Online. So now the reports you develop, for example, I am at one XYZ location, but the client is in Australia, or the client is in UK, or the client is in USA, or the client is in some particular XYZ country or some other location. Now, in order to share that particular Power BI desktop or the report which I created with various people across the globe, you need to use Power BI Online, or we are calling it as Microsoft Fabric. So you are able to share it in online or Fabric, so people across the globe, they can start consuming the report which you created. For that reason, people who are developing reports, they use Power BI desktop, and people who are using them for their daily business, they use Power BI Online or Microsoft Fabric. So clients, stakeholders, business people use Fabric or Power BI Online. If you are a developer, you are learning what is Power BI, so obviously you develop reports, then you need to use Power BI desktop. So this is the interface. Now you have your data pane, so where you are able to see the data. You have your visualization pane, and you got filters. If you want to filter your data visualizations, you can use filter pane. If you don't want it, you can just click on this and you are able to minimize them. And this is called as your regular Excel toolbar, where you are able to access them from here, cleaning the data, refresh the data, create a new visualization and all that. And on your left hand side, you are able to see, this is the visualization pane where you see the reports, and below that you have a table view. If you want to see your entire Excel data or the table which you imported, to see it here. And if the data follows, basically data warehouses follow data models like star schema design and a snowflake schema design, then you create those joins here, fact table, dimension table joins, you do it here, and you are able to write DAX here as well. Now let's go with the report view. Now I want to create a visualization, so let me just expand data pane, and let me just expand visualization pane, and I just want to create a simple visualization. So stacked area plot. So you just clicked on it, it's here, and you are able to drag any date. So for example, I'm dragging the month into x-axis, and I'm dragging the sales into y-axis. So you are able to get a visualization. Once you got a visualization, if you want to customize the visualization or format it, you have your format visual pane, where you are able to customize your x-axis, y-axis, titles, all the customization you can do it here. And you're able to create your various advanced analytics here. If there is any advanced analytics, forecasting and all that, you are able to do it at the further analysis pane. So these are the three panes which you have it. Now one, if you want to learn a tool, you need to focus on these three elements. So you need to learn your how to play around with your Power BI. So how to clean the data with the help of your Power Query, and how to filter the data, how to write down calculations with the help of DAX, and not only that, how to share it into your Power BI Online. and how to differentiate between metric and KPI is more of BI, and this is more of a tool. So now Power BI is so easy. So like you are able to invoke your problem solving ability when the tool is so easy. So if the tool is complex, you cannot invoke it. So people feel, hey, the tool is complex, people can be replaced. No, you cannot be replaced. The reason people are hiring you not for the tool you have it, but to create those informed decisions, the thought process around it to solve a problem. That is more important for a Power BI guy or for a BI person. Thank you so much. I hope you liked it.